Hello friends, if you're new, welcome to my channel. How about going down, hitting the subscribe button and ringing the bell so you don't miss any episodes. For my fans and subscribers, welcome back. I really do appreciate you. Today I'm going to be talking about Daniel and the Christian reinterpretation. Not much else I need to say. Let's get on with the video. Don't forget, I now have a merch store. It is on my website, link in the description. I get a percentage of anything you buy there, so thank you in advance for your support. After Constantine's quote-unquote conversion in the 4th century, no, I do not believe that he actually converted. I believe it was a political move. Exegetes reinterpreted the Fourth Empire. Since Daniel 1-6 shows that the authors wanted foreign rulers to recognize the sovereignty of Yahweh, many Christians in the immediate post-Constantine era chose to read Daniel 2 and 7 with this idea in mind, instead of the apocalypse of Daniel 7-12. Eusebius, who just so happened to be the court theologian, applied Daniel 7:18 to the transition of Rome to Constantine and his sons. He reinterpreted this verse to mean the Fourth Kingdom, or Imperial Rome, peacefully transitioned to the Fifth Kingdom of the Saints. In his view, the Fifth Kingdom would merely be a spiritualization of the Roman Empire, which would bring universal peace and rule till the end of time. This became the accepted interpretation for Roman Christians. Even when non-Roman Christians supported the empire, they had more complex views. In the 4th century, a theologian living in the city of Nisibis, on the border between the Roman Empire and the Sasanian Persian Empire, supported Rome as the defender of Christianity. However, he celebrated when the Persians took the city from Rome and killed Julian, the emperor at the time. This emperor had returned to the traditional pagan Roman religion. Ephraim, the name of this theologian, used the kingdom schema, writing that the Persian victory was necessary for the cleansing of the Holy Empire, i.e., Rome. In the 5th century, Rome was declining and Roman Christians faced a new dilemma regarding the four-kingdom schema. Augustine tried to make a distinction between the Roman Empire of earth and the kingdom of God, which is spiritual and will never end. He agrees with the basic interpretation of the schema, but downplays its significance. Yet most exegetes decided to reinterpret rather than give up this schema altogether. Since the end had not arrived, Western European Christians argued that the kingdoms emerging from Rome's demise had somehow inherited the status of the Roman Empire. How this happened, I have no idea. And on that note, we turn to the Byzantine Empire. When Byzantine Empress Irene usurped the throne from her son, Pope Leo III crowned Charlemagne as Emperor of the Romans on December 25th, 800. This was designed to stave off the apocalypse. Because, the end of the world was supposed to come at the end of the Fourth Kingdom. So of course they had to do something. A 9th century monk, Notker Belbulus, claimed that God moved through the four kingdoms from east to west, suggesting that Charlemagne offered a glorious start. After Charlemagne's death, his kingdom was divided into smaller kingdoms, all vying to be the fourth kingdom. In 962, Otto I of Saxony consolidated his power in Germany and was declared Charlemagne's successor by Pope John XII. This should give you some idea of how much power popes had at this time. Charlemagne's legacy gave birth to the medieval idea of the quote-unquote transfer of rule, which supposedly traced the lineage of this fourth kingdom. So, as you can see, all Christians engage in history revisionism. Otto of Freising, a German bishop living in the 12th century, wrote a world history to demonstrate that the Translatio Imperii, aka transfer of rule, from Rome to Byzantium to the Franks in 800 to the Lombards to the Germans. He worried that by the time he lived, the fourth kingdom had progressed to the feet of clay, interpreting this as the apocalypse being imminent. By the 13th century, the Pope crowned German kings to rule over the Holy Roman Empire, a continuation of the fourth kingdom because the apocalypse hadn't come. By the 14th century, people advocated for their own locality to be the fourth kingdom. Back in the 12th century, French poet Chrétien de Troyes saw not only the transfer of rule, but the transfer of knowledge, a related concept, as being handed from Greece to Rome to France. This led to differing interpretations of the legend between the French and the Germans, which raised tensions between the kingdoms. French friar Jean de Roquetaillade claimed that German Emperor Frederick II Hohenstaufen was the Antichrist. He then went on to suggest that French King Charles d'Anjou would be the quote-unquote last blessed emperor. At this time, tensions between the European monarchs and the Pope led to discussions about the nature of the presumed Fourth Kingdom that lasted into the Reformation. Martin Luther used his biblical knowledge to argue that the Pope had no authority. I just want to say here, this is the problem with using this kind of a text to build your whole life. You can basically take the Bible to mean anything you want it to mean. In the 1520s, he argued that God had arranged the transfer of power of the empire, learning, and religion from the Latins to the Germans. arguing that instead of divine authority, the Catholic Church now had the Pope. Ew, burn. Early writers on the Reformation opined that Protestantism was the new identity of the Fourth Kingdom, while John Calvin insisted that the Fourth Kingdom was the Seleucids and the Christian era was represented by the stone not cut with human hands. There will be a part 2 to this, as there is way more than I can cover in just the amount of time I allot for my edited videos, and I do not want people to get bored. Well, friends, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, press the subscribe button, and if you want to know when I come out with new content, hit the bell next to the subscribe button. My Twitter, Discord, email, PayPal, and website links are in the description, along with the source that I used for this episode. If you wish to contact me, best way is Twitter, followed by email. Please leave comments in the comment section. Not only do I love hearing from you, it also triggers the YouTube algorithm. Also remember that I choose my comment of the week from the comments on the edited videos. Keep learning and searching for truth. Here are a few videos from my library. If you have not watched them yet, go ahead and watch them and tell me what you think. Until next time, friends, stay safe and goodbye.